Frank, a little longer than usual. Was there a certain message that you had, or just guys talking?
No.
You held him, okay.
Yeah.
What is your message to the team now, given that, like you mentioned earlier, you guys need to find a way to finish the game, and tonight is another example?
Yeah, the message is that there was improvement on the defensive end. And that's the path back to winning games. We said it after the Denver game. We've been working on it. I put lineups out there that I thought would do a better job to defend, and we did that. We held them to 14 points in the paint. That's a winning number. They got red hot from the perimeter, forced them to beat us over the top, but they hit 15 threes. So we got to guard the three-point line better, but there was defensive improvement.
Frank, you touched on this before the game, but do you think Miles Turner is ready to play more minutes? Does he deserve to play more minutes?
Yes, I do. I like to see him get more minutes, and we're gonna increase his load for sure.
Yeah. Would that be in a starting role,
Possibly.
coming off the bench?
Possibly, we'll evaluate it game by game.
Okay. Do you see him ultimately as more of a 4 or a 5?
A little both. I mean, it depends who we ultimately end up going with. I'd like to take a look at some point him and Jan together. I think that's a good lineup against teams that play with two bigs. The concern is he's 19 years old, and guarding a three-point shooter could be a challenge. Jan can do it, but that brings him away from the basket. So there's some coverages there, but I think that's a lineup that could be effective for us, and one that we'll look at some point.
Last thing, where did you feel like this game got away? I mean, you mentioned the three-point shooting.
I thought their bench towards the end of the third quarter and into the fourth came in and brought great pressure and turned us over a lot and took us out of rhythm on the offensive end. We matched a small lineup for a stretch there, and game got away from us a little bit there. They built a 9-point lead, and we did a great job battling back and giving ourselves a chance, but by then it was too late.
Frank, the next to last sideline out of bounds play, not the George Hill lob from half court, but the one with Lavoie. What was the intent of that? Because it looked as though there was no one setting screen or running through a screen. It was like four guys.
It's a middle split. You got two guys streaking to the basket. Same play we ran to get Paul the lob in Chicago, and Mate and ISO at top of the key and against Boston here. Did it work for us? You put all shooters out there, and the idea is to get Paul George the ball at the top of the key with 2.1 seconds left and go to the basket the way Dwayne Wade did against us. Yeah, they did a good job putting DeAndre Jordan on the ball, switching and denying everything. Lavoie had no passing options. It wasn't on Lavoie. Lavoie's one of our best passers. So it wasn't on him. We didn't get guys open. And so credit the Clippers for defending it well.
Frank, I believe you guys missed 14 straight shots between the end of the third quarter and towards the middle of the fourth quarter. What did you notice during those possessions offensively, and sort of what went wrong, or why you guys weren't able to execute as well as you were?
We got some good looks. Miles Turner was red hot in the first half and had some good looks. Didn't knock him down in the second, and then they brought some pressure and disrupted us. We got three young guys out there. We're trying to balance. We had Glenn Robinson in the starting lineup to sort of balance our inexperience, and we were getting off to slow starts, so we brought him off the bench tonight, and that unit is where they brought their defensive pressure with their bench, so they were able to take us out of rhythm during that stretch.
Frank, the level of, I don't know if frustration is the word, but you get the feeling, the sense that the team is approaching sort of maybe a critical mass situation with this streak and sort of things adding up?
No, I think, obviously our players are frustrated losing games. There's no doubt about that. They're not more frustrated than I am. But I do think that we're on the way back. I think we're making moves to stabilize what we do on the defensive end, defending and rebounding. Again, 14 points in the paint is going to win for you nine times out of 10. All right, so we're making moves to stabilize the defensive end, and when that happens, we'll start winning games. I think we're on the way.
How tough is it, particularly in the fourth quarter, how tough is it for you guys to defend Chris Paul given the cadence he has and sort of the ability to shoot and pass?
Yeah, he's one of the best in the business, and obviously he created a lot of those 15 threes that they hit. He's one of the best.